Hey everyone! If you thought Nevis was the only island you can see from St. Kitts, and if you're wondering how high you need to go for an incredible view like this, keep watching as we head to
Right here, the Brimstone Hill Fortress, a national park, a World Heritage Site. Okay?
That's right. Welcome to the Brimstone Forest in St. Kitts. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Anna, and you'll hear a bit from me and my incredible tour guide, Troy, as we explore this beautiful, historic site. Please do me a favor and give this video a like, and make sure to subscribe to see more incredible gems like this. Now, y'all, the ride to get here was wild, as in really narrow roads through the forest. The locals will tell you that there's only monkeys out there, but you better be an A-plus driver. But the views are already incredible just pulling up. Now, it's a hike to get to the top, but trust me, it is worth it. You are going to want to wait until the very end to see the very top of this beautiful fortress. Now, a few tips before we get to the top. Make sure to wear sneakers. Same part. If you have any mobility challenges, I would not recommend hiking up the fortress. But if you have FOMO, you might enjoy coming along for the ride just to check out the views from that ground level where the orientation building and the outdoor cafe is. Now, I didn't have a chance to check out that cafe that you saw, so I can't speak to what options they have there, but I'd recommend everyone bringing at least some bottled water and a fan with you, okay? Trust me, you're gonna thank me later for that. Now, the feeling of being here is unreal, and we are not even at the very top yet. So I'm gonna let you just marinate for a minute and take in this view here before we go any further. Now, y'all, I was not ready for what was going to happen next. Once we started walking across this fairy tale-like drawbridge, we were able to see inside the different rooms that hosted the soldiers and the slaves that were brought to the island. Now, let me take it back a bit. So, similar to the United States, Christopher Columbus claimed to be the founder of the land in 1493. And in 1623, St. Kitts became the first British colony in the Caribbean. And sadly, just a couple of years later, English and French troops conspired together to eliminate the indigenous Carib natives who had already been living on the island centuries before Europeans arrived. The most horrific site of the attacks, which you see Troy pointing out here, is known as Bloody Point. And this site, we actually drove past it on the way to the fortress. It does have historical site markers, and the locals continue to keep the memory of the Carib alive. After the genocide, Africans captured as part of the transatlantic slave trade were brought to the island to work the land, including building this incredible fortress brick by brick over the course of 100 years. And that started in 1690. So when I say how powerful and humbling that feeling was to have been in that site, to know the harsh conditions endured during that time, to be able to build that place where I was just standing in that moment, it left me just as speechless as the views. And I was just truly honored to be able to pay respects there. So by 1713, the British gained full control of the island, although French influences are still prevalent across the island. And in 1983, St. Kitts and its sister island Nevis proudly gained their independence from the UK. So when you visit this fortress, you can learn more about the volcanic origin of the Caribbean islands, the flora and fauna that exists there, the different species that are native to the land, and so much more. But don't go anywhere just yet, because there's even more around every corner. So I was not expecting what happened next, which was walking in to see these very lifelike soldiers that were staged. It was a bit eerie to me, but it does help reimagine what living was like during those times.
So they in the life of a soldier. That's how they make happily smoking.
Right.
So slave used to work now. Slave get very so good. Still working. Everybody working. The ladies working, the man is working.
You all, we could have stayed here for probably a couple of hours alone, just really reading and digesting all of the information that this site holds, looking at all of the artifacts that are original and that have been founded from centuries ago. But it is so amazing that this site does continue to be maintained. As you heard from Troy earlier, the site is a national park and it has gone through periods of restoration to keep it open and remembered. But now it's time for us to get up to the highest vantage point. This view is just breathtaking. I am tearing up just thinking about having made it to this moment. I'm filled with so much gratitude. There is so much beauty to take in, from the Caribbean Sea to the volcano and the rolling green hills. It's just breathtaking. And I'm so thankful to have had the opportunity to visit. I highly recommend this stop, especially if you're looking for a place to spend a few hours away from your resort or from the port. So now tell me in the comments below what you think about Brimstone in St. Kitts, and see if you can see what I see in the trees at the very end. Also, don't forget to check out more videos from St. Kitts in the playlist on my channel and subscribe for more as we wander this island and beyond. Thanks for watching.
It blends in. Yep.